A woman in France was just scammed out of $850,000 after she met someone who she thought was Brad Pitt. But it was just a scammer using AI-generated pictures of Brad Pitt, convincing her that he was in love with her, and he had cancer, and couldn't access his bank account, so he needed her money. Now you're probably wondering, how do you get to this point where you've scraped up $850,000 before finally realizing that you were getting scammed and it wasn't Brad Pitt? Well, let me just give you the full story. It all started online when this 53-year-old French woman randomly got a direct message from someone who just so happened to be Brad Pitt's mom. Spoiler alert, it was not Brad Pitt's mom. And they started going back and forth, chit-chatting it up, and Brad Pitt's mom eventually told her, "Wow, my son needs someone like you." She believed it, and then what do you know? Brad Pitt randomly reaches out to her. Spoiler alert, it also was not Brad Pitt. And they go back and forth, and Brad Pitt explains that he has cancer and he lost access to his bank account and he needs all the help he can get. And he sends her images like this one, and this one, and this one. I mean, these are just ridiculous. It's kind of funny. I love how he's just sitting there in the hospital bed, smiling as if he's at some red carpet event. The lover was sending poems, declarations of love, and even a marriage proposal to Anne. I mean, just look at this one. He's doing like a little sexy glance in the hospital bed, and he goes, "I love you so much, my wife." I wonder what Brad Pitt thinks about this, because he's definitely probably found out about it. I think this is my favorite picture. It's just a selfie of him smiling with the fucking hospital bed in the background. Anne's daughter even caught on to things, and she was like, "Listen, Mom, this isn't real." And she tried to get her mom on her side, but Anne was like, "You'll see when he's here in person. Then you'll say sorry." That's word for word. But all good things eventually came to an end as the woman finally realized that Brad Pitt was not in love with her when he posted on Instagram on vacation with his real significant other. And now she's hospitalized for severe depression. So it is a really, really crappy situation to be in. But to get yourself in this situation is just really hard to understand. But I guess you do have to put yourself in the shoes of, an old person who does not understand the power of AI. I mean, old people don't understand it. I could go on my phone right now and generate an AI image of pregnant Donald Trump, and it will look so real. And you know what? I'm gonna do it. Let's do it right now. And just like that, it took about 15 seconds. We have a picture of pregnant Donald Trump. If this doesn't kind of sum up the power of AI in, a minute, then I don't know what does, right? And the problem with our current society is that older people don't quite understand AI, especially if younger people aren't, explaining to them. And I guess this 53-year-old woman just never had someone explain to her how AI works and how powerful AI is. She is still a little bit of an idiot, especially when she didn't listen to her younger daughter who was like, "Yo, this is not real." Because Brad Pitt is not gonna just reach out to some random French lady. Like, when you just logically think of the situation, it makes no sense. But I do understand how the AI generated image thing is scary. Although any image of Brad Pitt smiling with this sexy expression on his face with a hospital bed behind him, I feel like that should raise some flags and concerns. But yeah, overall, this is scary. AI is scary, and I think there's something to learn from this. Like, I recently just came across this video showing how much AI has developed in just the past year. The prompt for the video was Will Smith eating spaghetti. The one on the left was a year ago, and the one on the right is now. And as you can see, like, an old person could easily be convinced that this is real. This is actually Will Smith eating spaghetti. Whereas the other one, totally just no. So yeah, I think the moral of the story here, and what we can all learn from this poor woman's mishaps, is that AI is scary. We need to be aware of it. Otherwise, you could also be a victim of an AI-generated Brad Pitt scam. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a bit. I know it's been like so long since I made a long-form video, but 2025, I'm really gonna try to grind these out. I appreciate you all for being here. If you made it this far in the video, please drop a like. It helps me out a ton. And subscribe if you haven't. We have a really cool community here, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. But that's about it, guys. I love y'all. Peace.